This is Bilbao British Cemetery, where there's 58 Commonwealth War Grave commemorations from both the First and Second World Wars. I'm here to tell the stories of 3 of them. Here is the grave of Edward Robert Phillipson, who was born in the Grimsby district of Lincolnshire in September 1920. He was the second son of George and Nora Phillipson, residing at 85 Queen's Parade, Cleethorpes. Edward enlisted into the Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve at RAF Padgate after the outbreak of the Second World War. Whilst in the RAF, Edward was a wireless operator and air gunner. On the 17th of August 1942, Armstrong Whitworth Whiteley, serial number Z9517, assigned to No. 58 Squadron, Royal Air Force, embarked on an anti-submarine patrol over the Bay of Biscay. The aircraft, piloted by Pilot Officer Kenneth Clugston, took off from RAF St Eville in Cornwall. The crew consisted of 5 members, including Sergeant Edward Robert Phillipson. During the mission, the aircraft failed to return to base and was reported missing. The exact circumstances leading to the aircraft's disappearance remain unclear, but it is believed that it may have been shot down by enemy action or suffered mechanical failure over the Bay of Biscay. Subsequent searches failed to locate the wreckage or the majority of the crew. Approximately a week after the aircraft was lost, Sergeant Phillipson's body was recovered. A Spanish fishing vessel, the Jesus of Nazareth, discovered his remains and brought them ashore to Cadera, Spain. Sergeant Phillipson's service and sacrifice are also remembered on local war memorials, including the Cleethorpes Memorial Hall and the Grimsby Wittringham School Roll of Honour. Sergeant Edward Robert Phillipson was just 22 years old. Vivian John Watson was born at Chatswood, New South Wales on the 11th of September 1912. Vivian enlisted into the Royal Australian Air Force on the 11th of December 1940. It wouldn't be long before he was serving overseas, when on Thursday the 20th of August 1942, Avro Lancaster R5543 was on an anti-vessel mission when 2 Junkers Ju-88 from KG-40 shot down the Avro. German pilot Vinzenz Geisubel claimed to have shot down the aircraft. All 7 of the crew on board were killed in action and were laid to rest at Bilbao British Cemetery. Sergeant Vivian John Watson was 29 years old. It's also worth noting that airmen were part of 61 Squadron, but the unit was on detachment to Coastal Command. Arthur Beaumont Boocock was born on the 7th of September 1910 in Rochdale, Lancashire. In March 1941, he joined the Royal Air Force and served as a wireless operator in 228 Squadron, Royal Air Force. On the 10th of November 1943, the crew of Sunderland EK-572 were tasked with a mission over the Bay of Biscay. The crew took off from Pembroke Dock RAF station. The Sunderland flying boat was attacked by an enemy aircraft and crashed into the sea. It broke up upon impact. All 12 crew on board were killed in action. 3 of the crew were found and buried at Bilbao British Cemetery, while the rest of the crew are commemorated at Runnymede Memorial to the missing. Sergeant Arthur Beaumont Boocock was 32 years old. If you like listening to the stories of the history of those who came before, then please give the video a like and subscribe to keep updated about future videos of the history of those who came before.